I don't know, the leader of this book, the True Eightfold Path, has read the Laws of the Sun before, I hope. What is written in the Laws of the Sun is very profound, and the content is amazing. You are not sure how much you understand the contents. When you read the Noble Eightfold Path, you can make sure to what extent you have understood the contents of the Laws of the Sun, and how much you gain, not as a knowledge, but as a kind of insight. You only gain what you learn as wisdom, can be used for your daily life. To gain a knowledge itself is one thing, but by putting this knowledge into a practice, your real life, then you can gain some sort of wisdom out of it. What is written in Laws of the Sun, for example, about self-reflection, or Eightfold Path, or the enlightenment, or it tells you the true self and false self. You differentiate two self, false one and real one, a truthful one. But only reading the Laws of the Sun, you cannot figure out very well. You cannot clearly understand what is written, what it means. But when you do, for example, the self-reflection on right thought, he talks about in order to remove the shell of ego, you look back your experience of success and experience of failure, or whatever past memory, create the shell of ego. So even if you consider it is successful memory, and it's, I think you're proud of your achievement, but this also creates a shell of ego. That is referred to as false self. You don't know what false self is when you read the Laws of the Sun. But when you come to know your shell of ego, oh, that is false self. False self is created through forming the shell of ego. That's the reason why you have to remove this kind of shell to discover the true self, which resides inside of the shell. So in some way you have to crack the shell of ego and remove, to take out the truthful one. Even if you don't visit the shoja or the branch, you can still examine what was the distinct experience in your life. For example, you are raised in a wealthy family, or you are raised in a poor family, or your academic score is good or bad, or are you handicapped, or are you healthy, or you were raised by the single parents, or both of them died in young, so on and so forth. So this sort of, whatever person has his own distinct past, and that creates the shell of ego. This particular experience can be often used as an excuse to avoid self-responsibility. Because I was grown up in such a poor family, I can do that. Or because my parents raised me in such a way, that's the reason I couldn't do that. Something like this. So you can use your particular experience as your excuse to run away from your self-responsibility. But as Buddha's truth teaches us, you are born to this world to have an experience, to gain wisdom, attain a higher cognitive ability. So whatever situation you are faced, you know previously. I mean, it's planned by yourself, so that you don't complain. Whatever hardship or the sufferings, because it was given to you by God or Buddha to make you strong, or gives you opportunity to overcome it, and for you to attain the sense of achievement. But if you refuse to face this reality and run away from the issue, it's not good. But if you examine carefully, what is my shadow of ego? Then, oh, okay, that is my handicap. If you given a high handicap, it means that you are very much expected by God. That means that you have a high potential with which you can overcome whatever issue. You have to face the reality to confront the difficult situation. Even if you can't grasp the depths of the meaning of shadow of ego, still you can see what kind of environment you are born to. By examining your environment you are born to, you can know what forms the shadow of ego around your soul. So that provokes a lot of thinking. This book is so thought-provoking. It gives you a lot of questions. And by answering that question, you can learn something, small discovery. And by accumulating these small discoveries or findings, you can gain a big one. See that you, every day if you read this book, you can accumulate a small discovery that leads you to the big discovery. So that's the reason I recommend this book for your daily practice of self-reflection.